I'm Jade. Today I am walking you guys through a nice slow-paced, gentle yoga flow for the morning time when you wake up. So you can do this in bed if you have the space for it, or you can just do it when you are up and out of bed. Okay. We're going to be stretching out the upper body and the lower body areas that tend to get really tight when we sleep. You know, that varies for all of us, but today we're going to be focusing on the upper back area, the chest, the shoulders, and the front. The hands throughout the day get really tight. You'd be surprised how good it feels just to stretch them out daily. It's so beautiful. And then the hamstrings, and then the front hip flexor, the psoas muscle, which is right here. Those get really tight. So we're going to focus in those areas, as well as contracting the glutes, because the glutes are usually just underactive for a lot of people. So just a few gentle movements to wake it up and open it up a little bit. All right, I hope you guys love it. You can grab a pillow if you don't have pillows next to you. If you're not in bed, grab a pillow or two. That way then you have something to kind of help with comfort and elevation with the hands. And that's all. I hope you love it. I'll meet you on your mat or in your bed. Okay, let's go ahead and begin in an easy seated pose. So go ahead and cross one foot on top of either the other or in front of the other. Let your knees just splay out to the side here. Make sure you're sitting evenly with both sides of your sitting bones in either the earth or your bed, wherever you're seated right now. Go ahead and place your hands just on top of your knees here, either facing up or down. And then just close your eyes. I think I'm sitting very tall through your spine, almost as though someone is pulling you through the top of your head here, just lifting you nice and tall. Let's just go ahead and take a full deep breath in for a 5 count, and then we're going to hold at the top. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 5 count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again. I'm gonna let you guys do that on your own. So inhale and hold at the top. Hold. And exhale. One last time here. Inhale, nice and slow. And hold at the top. And exhale. And just let your breath become natural now. And as you sit here, just notice any tension from the night being held within your body. Maybe the neck feels a little stiff, maybe the lower back, the hands, whatever it is, just take note of that right now. And just notice if you're holding any tension right now on your face. Just try to let that just melt away right now. So let go of any tension. Just be careful not to worry about anything else in the day right now or anything from yesterday. We're just focusing on bringing a little awareness to our body right now, how we feel. On your next inhale, let's just reach the arms up and out to the side. So reach out as we come up and then straight up. Reach through the side body here. Keep reaching. Deep, full, long breath in, holding at the top. And then as you exhale, you're going to hold your arms up and then just begin to soften the ribs into the body and imagining pulling your belly button in, just firming your core here. It's a little stretch in the shoulders. Inhale again, reaching, holding at the top, and then exhale. Again, notice any tension that might come up within the face, within the body here. And one last inhale. This time, bring your hands together And draw them right down to your heart, bringing your thumbs to touch your heart into Samastiti. All right, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna extend the right leg out to the side, but we're gonna bring it forward a little bit, so it's just a little bit off to the side. You wanna have the bottom of your left foot just pressing right into the inside of your right leg here, okay? Go ahead and pull your toes up, so you're flexing your foot on your right foot, and just pulling them up towards your face a little bit, not too strong here. You want it to be a little bit relaxed but active. And make sure that you're still able to sit nice and tall here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach the arms out to the side and up again, and then just twist slightly towards that left knee, all right? Deep breath at the top, hold, 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 and then we're just gonna exhale, reach the right arm just out towards either the toes or the shin, whatever feels good. Again, remember you just woke up, so your body's just a little bit tight, and we need to give it some time to wake up. So we're reaching through that left side body, making sure that we're lifting up through the ribs here on the right side body. So make sure that you're not just dumping over here, okay? Stay supported. Breathe in, still reaching with that left hand just towards the toes. And then we're gonna inhale, bring the elbow back. All right, and then we're gonna twist the body down towards the floor and then just reach towards the toes. So you'll notice that stretch going towards the lower back and then possibly deep into that right straight leg hamstring. Keep your core nice and firm. So firm the belly in towards your spine, supporting your lower back. And then you're gonna inhale, begin to draw the elbow back, almost like you're pulling a string back here. You're gonna twist open towards your left side, breathe in, and then exhale, go ahead and reach here. So reaching forward, still twisting towards that left side. All right, and then as you inhale, you're gonna pull that left arm back. Deep breath in, and then exhale, go ahead and twist down very carefully and reach the arm towards the foot. Maybe go a little bit lower this time. So be careful when you bend here that you're not bending from your lower back. You want to make sure you're bending from that hip flexor, that little bend in the right hip. All right, so again, we're going to draw that left arm back as we inhale and then twist open towards the left side. And then exhale. Deep stretch here on the left side, reaching as we twist. Let's do that one last time. Pull that elbow back, and then exhale as we twist down towards the floor and reach for the foot or the shin. And just hold this here. So as we reach for either the shin or the foot, wherever you are, try to imagine sitting here that you're pulling that heel away from your body, but also elongating that hip back towards your body. So that's going to create a nice, deep, long stretch in that right hamstring here. And you may even feel this up in your lower back as well. All these muscles are deeply connected, so you're going to feel these muscles all activate and wake up. Let's pull that elbow back. We're gonna twist open, and then let's reach here. And again, lift the right ribs up, reach over towards the foot with that left hand. Deep stretch in the left side body. Maybe you may feel it in the left hip. And just breathe. All right, so we're gonna come all the way up, nice and carefully. Ooh, take a breath at the top, and let's go ahead and switch it out. First, what we're gonna do is bring the feet to the floor, and then just bring your hands behind you to support you and sway the knees side to side. Whoosh, just a little windshield wiper here, just to shake out the hip and the hamstring. And then we're gonna just switch it out. So go ahead and bend the right knee, extend the left heel out in front of you, but off to the side a little bit. Make sure the foot of your right foot is to the inner thigh of your left leg. And pull those toes up on the left leg. Take a breath here. Let's reach the arms out and up. And then again, we're going to just twist open towards that right knee and begin to fold here, reaching your hand either to your shin or towards the toes as you're reaching out over with the right hand. Remember not to just dump your body down. You want to stay supported. So lifting through that left side body as you stretch and reach, elongating through the right side body here, all the way through the fingertips. As you exhale, really firm the core in. And then we're going to inhale, pull the elbow back. And then exhale, we're going to go ahead and twist and reach. So twisting the body down, reaching all the way out towards the foot or the shin. And let's do that again. So pull the elbow as we twist open to the right side. And then we're going to reach up and over with that right hand. Inhale to pull the elbow back. And then exhale. Twist facing the floor. And we exhale as we twist and fold because we are going into a fold here. So we want to keep the core nice and strong. And it's really hard to inhale with a strong core. Let's do that again. So pull the elbow back as we twist and we inhale. Exhale, reach. Pull the elbow back again. And then twist, reaching, facing the floor. Here, so we're going to hold this for just a bit here. Remember to keep the movement of the breath moving through you, nice and strong. It's very important to make sure that you're breathing deeply through these stretches and through the movement as well. So when we're transitioning from one pose to another, you've got to keep that breath moving through you and make sure we send that oxygen to all those cells to allow them to just completely rejuvenate and restore and relax. All right, last time we're going to pull the elbow back. Inhale, twist open to the right side, and then exhale, reach. See if maybe you can go a little bit deeper here. Maybe you can fold down a little bit further or reach a little bit further towards the foot. Just feel this deep stretch in probably your lower back, maybe your side body. And we all feel it in different areas depending on how our body is. All right, very carefully we're going to lift up. So pull the elbow back. Whoosh, that feels so good. All right, so let's bring both feet in front of us. Let's bend the knees. So a couple things, you can keep the legs straight and keep the heels out in front of you if you're able to sit up nice and tall. Or you can grab a pillow. I'm trying to find my pillow. You can grab a pillow and just place it right underneath your knees here if you tend to have a lot of tightness in your hamstrings. So I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to keep the pillow under my knees because my hamstrings are very tight. So sit up nice and tall here. We're going to fold forward and make sure that you're folding from the hips. Again, we don't want to be folding from our lower back. If we're able to get our belly and our chest onto the upper thighs, then you can begin to let the head and whatnot relax onto the legs. Okay, so first sit nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, again, reaching out, opening the lungs, opening the ribs here so we have that quality inhale. Reaching up, and then exhale, begin to fold from the hip creases, reaching towards the shins. If you want to stay up like this feels good for you, that's fine. Or you can go in for the toes or even wrap your hands in front of the feet here, grabbing onto one another. And just let the body fold over top of the thighs. And then maybe you can relax your head down. Just imagining the breath moving through you, in through the nose, through the lungs, down to the belly, expanding the belly, releasing back out through the mouth or through the nose. Nice and slow. Again, you may notice this in your lower back as well as your hamstrings, maybe even your hips, and for some, maybe even your upper back as well, just depending on how tight your body is in different areas. And just take note of this. Notice where your body is, what you're feeling. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and release the hands as we roll the body up. So go ahead and roll up through the spine. This time we're just going to bring the feet flat. Knees are going to face up. Let's go ahead and bring the hands behind us. We're going to face the thumbs forward and the fingertips back, coming into TP fingers. So that's where the palm is lifted up. You're pressing the fingers into the floor. And then I have to go around aloe. And then we're going to lean back just a little bit here. But we're trying to keep our spine straight. So pulling the shoulders back. All right, we're upright a little bit, but leaning back just a touch. We're going to go ahead and inhale. And as we inhale, we're going to pull the shoulder blades back and down the back. Pull the shoulders down along with it. We're going to open the heart up just forward here and up. Nice stretch here. Almost a little bit of a back bend. So reaching through the heart. Trying to bend through the upper body. And then we're going to exhale, begin to pull the heart down, the chin down towards the heart. We're going to roll the spine back as we press into the fingers, bending the elbows back here. So nice deep opening through the fingers and the shoulders, the chest. Again, as you inhale, we're just going to pull the heart forward, extend the elbows, so straightening the arms, pulling those shoulders back and down the back, stretching through the neck. And as you exhale, elbows bend, pressing the fingers down, still TP fingers, so we're stretching through the fingers. We're going to roll the spine back, bring the chin right down to the heart. So just move with your own breath. If you want to go a little bit slower than what I'm doing, that's fine. Remember, this is your practice, so just move the way that feels good to you. I'm going to always inhale as I reach the heart forward though, and then always exhale when you bend the elbows and roll the spine back. So this is a little cat-cow movement, just in our seated position. This is really nice for anyone who types a lot or tends to hold things a lot. So if you're using heavy objects all the time with your hands and always gripping really hard, this is just so nice to do daily. Exhale, just a few times here. Just really go into a deep stretch. Make sure that you're stretching through the pinky part of your palm as well, because that'll roll up off the floor. So try to really pull those arms and the elbows back behind you as far as you can. That way then you can stretch deep into the pinky mound as well. Last time, let's inhale and then exhale, just come back to neutral. Ooh, maybe shake the hands out a little bit. They may feel a little funny right now. Maybe open, close them a little bit, very slowly, softly. It feels good, feels a little funny at first though. But I promise that's a really nice one to do when you wake up almost every day, whether you're going to work or not. Just do it. I promise you it feels really good. Let's take a breath here. Move your pillow if you have the pillow under you still. And we're just going to come into a tabletop pose. So bring your knees down underneath the hips. Hands are going to be right underneath the shoulders. And we're just going to do a few cat-cows here, just like we just did, but only in a tabletop pose. So let me move Aloe out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Hi, Aloe. And so all we're going to do is just make sure that the elbows are back, so just twist the arms so that way then the elbows roll back here. Press evenly into the palms so you're not rolling out or in. Spread the fingertips. You'll notice a stretch maybe in your forearms now, maybe again in your palms. And let's just inhale here. Think of pulling the shoulders down. Just taking a moment to really build that alignment. And finding space. So even though we're pressing down into the floor, we want to think of really lifting through the arms, through the legs. Firming the core, so contracting the belly button just in towards the spine a little bit. Don't get crazy, just awakening that core again. Make sure you have space in your neck here. And you're just letting your face down towards the floor. So we're not looking forward. We're not looking between the legs here or anything like that. We want to look straight down. And keeping the neck aligned with the entire spine. On your next inhale, just drop the heart, lift the tailbone up. Maybe gaze up a little bit, just in front of you. And then exhale into our cat pose. So through the back spine, all the way through the top. Lift the belly up, lift the spine up towards the sky. Chin's gonna come right to the chest, to the heart again. Spread the shoulder blades in the back. And as you inhale, drop the belly down towards the floor, lifting the tailbone up. Maybe almost think of pulling the knees out to the side. So you're gonna really feel that tailbone really lift as you do that. And then almost think of pulling the palms back as well. So there's a lot of things going on. And then as you exhale, we're gonna roll the spine from the back to the front. Chin comes down last towards the chest. Lifting the spine up towards that sky, spreading the shoulder blades. Deep stretch in the back body. Contracting the front body here. Maybe swaying your head side to side. All right, and then just let the hips come back. And we're gonna just press our hands forward until our hips come right over top of our knees. So if this feels a little uncomfortable in your shoulders, again, you can use your pillow. So you can grab a pillow and just place it right where your arms are. You can place your head on the pillow if that feels a little bit better. You can bring your fingertips down and lift your palms up. Whatever feels good for you. I'll do that just so you can see what it looks like. So it's a puppy pose. So we're stretching out the upper body, the shoulders, the chest. This is a very subtle back bend. A very common misalignment in the body is the rolling of the upper body, so the front body and the shoulders, the chest, and that whole area becomes very, very tight. We're usually moving forward or working from the front, and so that'll cause a rolling with the upper body towards the front. And so what this does is it reverses that. We're going in and we're countering that feeling, that motion with the body. And just creating better alignment for the rest of the day. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and press into the floor and lift up. You can remove your pillow off to the side if you're using one. Just walk your hands back in. And all we're going to do is just begin to lower the body as the elbows come back. Lower body first, rolling all the way down. So palms are pressing into the floor here right next to the chest. Elbows are pointed up and back. Okay, thighs are on the floor. Head's lifted just a little bit. You can have your forehead on the floor here. And we're just kind of coming for a little lift in our low Bhujangasana, our baby cobra pose. So pulling the palms of the floor back just a touch. We're going to peel the heart up. Breathe in. Think of squeezing the glutes and almost pulling your tailbone down. So we want to eliminate that rolling and bending in the lower body and accentuate the upper body rolling. And then exhale, go ahead and release the upper body, the forehead to the floor. Let's do that a couple more times. We're going to peel the heart up, just gazing right in front of us, not gazing forward. And as we pull the palms back, that's going to really accentuate opening the heart and going a little deeper in the upper body bending. And then exhale, lower back down. Last time here, lifting up just a little bit. And back down. All right, let's press into the palms, lifting right back into our tabletop pose. Let's just sink the hips back right on top of our heels, coming into our child's pose or balasana. Let the forehead fall to the bed or the floor. Take a deep breath into the back body, just feeling the back body expanding here. Let the body be heavy between the legs or on top of the thighs. All right, let's go ahead and come right back up. And then we're just going to come into a kneeling pose. So go ahead and bring your knees together, toes to touch, and just sit back on your heels. If this is uncomfortable on your knees, again, grab your handy dandy pillow and you can just sit right on top of your pillow. Whatever feels good for you. Don't try to strain yourself or force yourself to do something just because I'm doing it, or if you're doing it with someone else is doing it. Listen to your body and do what works for you. Yoga is supposed to enhance you, not hurt you. All right, and just close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. You can have your hands on your thighs here. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring our hands just behind us. So just like we did before, we're going to have the fingers pointed back, the thumbs pointed forward. And then we're just going to open the heart up here. Now, if you're on your pillow here and it's just too low to the bed or the floor, wherever you are, you can grab another pillow to place underneath your hands. Or remove your pillow altogether since we're leaning a little bit further back here. And what we're going to do is inhale and then exhale, just begin to pull your hips up. So a little stretch in your quads. And then exhale, come back down. And when you're ready, just inhale, lift up. Squeezing the glutes is going to help to enhance that lift. And exhale. All right, let's do that again. And release it back down. All right, so we're going to come back to a seated pose, sitting on top of our glutes. But this time I want you to keep your left knee bent. And I'm just going to turn a little bit so you can see me. So left knee is bent. My left heel is on the side of my right glute, okay, and underneath my right leg. I'm going to walk my right foot to the outside of the top of my left thigh here, and my knee is up. All right, so take a breath here. You can grab your knee and pull it in, and then exhale. Go ahead and wrap your left arm just in front of that knee, that top knee, and we're just going to twist open towards the right side as much as you can without letting that right hip come up. So make sure you're able to keep that hip down. In fact, I want you to think of really pulling that right hip down towards the ground as you pull that knee in towards you. And twisting open towards the right side. You can bring your fingertips onto either a pillow behind you or the floor behind you. What's most important as you do this is that you're keeping your spine nice and straight, nice and tall. So make sure you're not dumping to one side or the other, or you're hunching. Find that alignment first, and then go into the stretch a little bit further if you can. And just close the eyes here, drawing the breath in, slowly and controlled, drawing the breath out. Seeing if you can hold at the top too. That hold is going to allow you to stretch those muscles between the lungs, which get really tight throughout the day. So when that happens, we end up shallow breathing and just taking those short breaths. And we're not able to go into that full, expansive inhale, exhale. And this creates that trigger feeling within us of feeling stressed. And so if we're able to breathe a little bit deeper and feel a little more relaxed, that might help us not combat some of that stress with more stress. We're able to deal with it a little bit better. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and release very slowly. And then again, we're just going to bring the feet onto the floor, and let's just do our little windshield wipers. Whoosh, side to side. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to switch it out now. So go ahead and walk your right heel towards the outside of your left glute. I'm going to turn so you can see me again. The knees on the floor. And if that feels uncomfortable, pillow just underneath the knee. All right? Always work with your body. And then just bring that left heel, just wrap it around and over top here. And then we're going to bring the right arm, bring it right around the front of that left knee, okay? So it's right into my elbow here, the inside of my elbow. I'm gonna twist towards my left side, bring my hands to the floor, my left hand to the floor, fingertips. I'm gonna TP fingers so I can sit up tall, otherwise I'm gonna dump. So the difference, I'm dumping. I'll sit up nice and tall here. And if that's not enough, put a pillow, elevate. Use those props to get that alignment perfect. Let's not feel pain. And then just sit nice and tall. Make sure to keep that left glute on the floor. Inhale to find the length. Use the exhale to go a little bit deeper if you can. So squeezing the core. Being careful not to use the arms really to twist, but more so the core. And just using the arms to stabilize yourself. We don't want to force anything. Forcing sends us in reverse. We want to allow everything to happen as naturally as possible. You could even gaze the head towards the left side, keeping the eyes closed. Just go a little further into a twist with the entire spine. Remember to keep breathing and soften the face. You'll notice through these poses where we're going into these stretches are a little more intense, that the face always tenses up, always. So when in doubt, bring that attention right back to your face. I guarantee there's something you can relax and let go of. Whenever I feel a stressful thought coming on, so my mind wanders somewhere else, I just start thinking about tension in my face, and there's always something. And then when you're ready, you can untwist. And then again, we're just going to windshield wiper those knees side to side a few times. And whoosh, that feels so good. Very nice, very nice. And one last stretch, I'm gonna have you guys cross the feet in front of you, come back into your tabletop, and then just go ahead and bring your foot, so you can walk it out to the side and bring it between the hands here. Okay, make sure that your knee is over top of that front heel. You're gonna very carefully bring your body upright. Place your hands just on top of the thigh, the right thigh. And then we're just going to go ahead and press a little bit into that leg, the top of the leg, as we pull the knee forward. Make sure your knee, most importantly, is not going past those front toes. So it can go past the heel a little bit, but not the front toes. And also keep that left glute, the leg that's back, left glute needs to stay nice and firm, because what we're doing here is going very deep into the front hip flexors. Another area that becomes very tight throughout the day. If you sit a lot, or just in general, we're always moving forward. So this area is always tight. The glute is underactive. And so this is going to firm the glute a little bit, wake it up, and then open this front area up. And what we want to do is think of pulling that little bend on the right side back as we pull that left hip forward just a touch here. And then maybe you can press a little bit deeper into the top of the leg here to lift the heart up. Little back bend. Let's reach the arms up. Very slowly, very carefully. Another inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor, the bed, wherever you are. Fingertips, again, pressing in, lift the fingers up, and just walk the hands back. We're going to extend the knee, coming into a little bit of a stretch in that hamstring. So toes are peeling up, knees extended, legs, the hips are right up above the left knee. Remember, again, always, bending in the upper back, bending only from that hip, that front hip on the right side here. All right, you guys can go ahead and bend into the knee, plant the hands down, and we're just going to switch it out. So try to get that knee back again into tabletop, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you can walk the leg up, help it up, however you can get it to the front here. Bring that left foot in front between the hands. And then we're going to do the same thing very carefully. You can bring one hand up. Remember, you just woke up, so nice and slow. Bring the hands on top of that left thigh, and then we're just going to bring that knee forward a little bit, stretching out the right side this time. Remember, keep the right glute firm this time, so we don't just dump and hurt ourselves. So awaken the glute up. Pull this little hip bend right here on the left side back, as we push the right hip forward a little bit. Make sure we're not tilting the body down towards the floor here on the right side too. You want to keep the hips completely straight and even with the front here. A lot going on. Almost feels when I'm in this position like I'm kind of stretching and pulling the legs away from each other. Really going into an opening in the body, the lower body. And if you will, go ahead and press into the thigh, maybe lifting the heart up. Be careful not to let the head just fall back here. Puts a lot of pressure in the cervical spine, the upper neck area. And let's reach the arms up. And then let's go ahead and bring fingertips to the floor. We're going to begin to extend that left knee, hips right above the right knee here. Walk the hands back so they're right underneath the shoulders. Peel the toes up. Just stretch that hamstring, your calf muscle, maybe your lower back too. Remember to keep the shoulders down. Left hip is pulling back as the right hip pulls forward. And then let's re-bend into the knee. Go ahead and get that knee back. We're going to sit right back on top of our heels in our little hero's pose here. Let's reach the arms out to the side and up to the sky. And bring your hands right down to your heart, Samastiti. Last thing, just bring your hands onto your thighs here. And we're just going to roll the neck out a little bit. So let's drop the chin down very slowly. Make sure you're breathing through this. We're just going to roll the head to the left side and then back just a little bit. Be careful not to dump. Let's switch out to the other side. So drop it down and then we're just going to roll it to the right side. All right. Good job, you guys. I hope you feel a little bit more awake. Try doing this a couple times a week and see how you feel. I guarantee you're gonna feel a lot better. It's a lot. You can speed it up or leave a few things out, but this is a really nice way to just open the body up. I know this was a very slow pace class, but you can always do these stretches a little bit quicker without me. Or you can do it with me and go slow if you have the time. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel more open for the rest of your day. Thank you. Namaste. Till next time.